Kelly. I work at Studio M Kitchen and Bath, and I was fortunate enough to work with the Studio M Kitchen and Bath to design my kitchen. I have a very small space, but I needed it to function like a big space. So I'd love to share some of my favorite features with you today. For my cabinet finish, I selected Latte, which is a paint, and I love white, but I also love a little bit of color, and I just wanted something that was, again, timeless, just like the white, but maybe just a little bit softer, and something it's truly a neutral and something that I can change out as trends change. I can change my accessories, but everything still works and it looks very nice. Let's start with my trash and recycling cabinet. I have the touch latch feature on this particular cabinet because oftentimes I have wet hands and I prefer not to get that all over my door and my hardware. I love to bake, and so something that was important to me was to have all of my baking essentials very close and in the same place. So this particular drawer holds actually everything I have and that I utilize. You can see that it's deep enough to house all of my jars of sugar, flour, oatmeal, you name it. So it's very easy, accessible for me to pull right out here and stir up a batch of cookies or whatever it is I'm baking that day. So a couple of other must-have options for my kitchen has always been a shallow drawer underneath the cooktop. I don't know that everyone knows that this is something you can add to your kitchen. You may have to modify the top drawer. It's going to be rather shallow, but it still has plenty of room to house all those essential utensils that you do use for cooking and baking. As you can see here, we had to modify my drawer just a little bit for the gas line in the back. And it's still not a problem. It doesn't create any issues for me and still houses everything that I need to use on a daily basis. And my next drawer houses all of my pots and pans. That's, again, a must-have for me. I can just easily pull all my pots and pans out, put them here on the cooktop, and away I go. Another way to increase storage in your kitchen is to bring your cabinets down to the countertop. So I created an extra little bit of storage space for some of the items that I use quite often, but that I'm not really ready to have sitting on my countertops full time. If I chose not to use this as an appliance garage, I could use it as a dry bar. It could be a baking center, it could be a coffee bar, so you can make this space really anything you want it to be. So something that I absolutely could not live without was my Vent-A-Hood custom hood, which means that this particular hood is vented outside of my home. It takes all of the odors and all of the particles that escape from my food up through a filter. It's vented out. That way the odor and the particles aren't floating around in our home for days before they settle. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for letting me share some of the details about my small but highly functional space. We'll see you next time.